Hello everyone, welcome to our new video. In this video we are going to discuss about some inbuilt string functions that are available in Java programming language, and we are going to discuss about how we can manipulate string which are performed with the help of these inbuilt string functions. So we are going to discuss and explain some of these functions. So let's start the video. Now, we all know that anything that is enclosed within double quotes is treated as a string value. So here there is a string variable declared as name str, which holds a value computer that is enclosed within double quotes, and when it stores in the memory, obviously each and every character is getting their index by which we can identifies the position of the character. So what happens in Java, that in Java, which manages the strings by the character array or as a character array for storing the string character wise, and it's starting from the subscript 0. So the position of the first character starts from 0 and ends with a number, suppose L minus 1, where L is the length of the string. So here we have a string which is computer. So the length of the string is 8, since there are 8 characters are present in this string value. So it start with the index 0. So the first character C has the index 0, and the second character has the index 1, third character has the index 2. In this way, the last character, which is the R, has the index 8 minus 1, which is equals to 7. Now let's talk about some string functions. The first function that we are going to explain is the length. This function is used to return the length of a string, that is the number of characters present in the string. Now what it returns, the return type of this function is an integer value. So since it returns the length of the string, it is an integer number. So the syntax, we have declared the syntax here. We have taken a string value Java, and if we execute this statement int a equals to str.length, so obviously the number of character present in the string str is equals to 4. So therefore it will print the result as 4. Now let's see one example of this using this function. So we have declared here a string variable str, and we storing the value which is Java. Now we have declared another integer variable to store the length of the string, means str, and at last we are printing the length of the string. It will print the message like this: the length of the string value, that means Java, is the value of the variable, integer variable, which is equals to a. Now let's see what is the output of this function. Now as you can see there, the output is the length of the string that we have supplied there, Java, is equals to 4, as there are 4 characters present in the string. Now let's work with another example. Suppose we are changing this value and we are storing computer. So let's see what will be the output of this. Obviously the output will be 8, and that is the answer. The length of the computer that we have supplied as a string variable is 8, and there are 8 characters present in the string. Now moving on to our next function, which is char at. Here a is in capital letter. Now this function returns a character from the given index, means the position number of the character of the string. So This function returns a character value. Again, the character that is present in a specific index, as we have learned already that the index started from the position 0. So whatever the index is, it just returns the character present on that index. So working with this value, string str equals to student, and here in the second line, since it's returned a character value, so we are declaring a character variable char c, where we are going to find the character at index 2. Now if we start the index from 0, so obviously s, the character is it at index 0, character t is in index 1, and obviously the character u is on index 2. So obviously here the output will be u, as the u is at index 2. Now let's see this example. Here we have declared one string str student, and here we are finding the character at index 2. So obviously this will be u, and in the next case we are finding the character present at index 5, and if we count this we will get the result as n. So let's see what will be the output. So here we can see that the first one that we have supplied, index 2, the character present in index 2 is u, and the character present at index 5 is n. So this is how char at works. It returns a character from the given index. Now moving on to our third function, which is index of. Here O is in capital letter. This function returns the index, that is the position number of a character available in the string. So if a character present in the string, it just return the index number or the position number of the character available in the string. And if the character is not present in the string, then in that case it returns -1. So for the first one example, we have declared a string str and with initialized a value with student, and we are finding the index of t. So as we can see that in this value, string value student, the t, this character t appears twice, and the function index of finds the first occurrence of the character. So if we count this, the first occurrence of the character of, that means the first occurrence of t is at index 1. So obviously it returns the first occurrence of the character, that is 1. And in next case we are trying to find the index of u, and here we have supplied two parameters. The first one, that we are trying to find the index of u after 4 index. So if we count this string student, on the 4th index we have the letter e. On the 4th index we have the letter e, and we are trying to find the index of u after 4th position. So this function will return the index of u after 4th position, and we can see that there are no such character present in this string. So in that case the function returns -1. So the character is not available If the character is not available, then it returns -1. So let's work out with one example. So let's work with this example. Here in the first case, we are finding the index of C, and obviously the index of C, that is the first character of the string, so the index will be 0. And in the next case, we are finding the index of S, as S is not present in this string, so it will return the value which is equals to -1. Now let's see the output. So here we can see that the index, the first one is 0, as C present in the is at index 0, and for the next one we are trying to find the character S in the string computer, as the S is not present, so therefore it returns the value which is equals to -1. Now moving on to our next function, which is last index of. Now, as we know that the index of that function returns the index of the character, the first occurrence of the character available in the string. The last index of, as compared to index of, the last index of function, it returns the last occurrence of the characters. It finds and returns the index of the last occurrence of the character in the string. So, for this example, string str student, as we know that if we applied in the previous case, we have applied index of t, we are trying to find index of t, so we have got the position 1, as the first occurrence of t is 1 there. And here if we apply the function last index of, since it find the last occurrence of the character, the index of the last occurrence of the character, so here the last occurrence of t is at index 6, so therefore it is the last position of t, so it returns the value 6, which is the last index of the character t. Now let's work out with one example. So here we have declared a string and stored the value Malayalam, and we are trying to find the last index of a and that of m also. So if we count this, so there are altogether 9 characters are there, and if we start to putting the index, so m will be at index 0, and last one, this one, will be at index 8. So for this one, when we are trying to find the last index of a, that will be the just second last character in the string. So as this m has the index 8, so that one, this a has the index 7, so here it will print the index as 7, and in the next case it is finding the last occurrence of the character m. So we have this character m present in our string twice. The first occurrence is at 0 and the last occurrence is at index 8. So this one will print the value as 8. So the first one will print the value as 7 and second one will be 8. Let's check out the output. So this is the output. Here we are getting the index is 7 for the first case, where we are trying to find the index of a, this one, and in the next case, we are getting the index as 8. Here we are trying to find the index of m, the last occurrence of m, which is obviously at index 8. Now our next function is toLowercase. So this function returns the letter of the string in lowercase. If any character is already in the lowercase, or the character is a special character, then it remains the same. Otherwise, if there exists any uppercase character, it returns in its lowercase. So here we have taken one example. string str equals to program, and if we apply this function str dot to lowercase, so the result that will get stored inside the variable str1 will be equals to program, all the characters in lowercase format. Similar to lowercase, we have another function to uppercase. This function also returns the letter after converting them into uppercase. Again, if any character is already in uppercase or the character is a special character, then it remains same. So we have taken one example here, computer, all the character in lowercase, and if we apply the function to upper, so if we apply the function to uppercase, obviously we will get the result as computer, all the characters is in uppercase. Now let's work with this. So here we have taken the first string as Malayalam, and we are trying to convert this string in it lowercase, so it will print the same string but all the characters in lowercase. And in the next case we are trying to obtain the uppercase. So here we can see that the first character is in uppercase. Here in the computer the first character is in uppercase format, but it remains same since we are applying the function to uppercase, so it remains same, and all other lowercase character that converts to into its corresponding uppercase letters. So let's find out. If we run this, we will get the output. Here all the characters in lowercase letter, as we applied the first one as to lowercase, and the second one we are converting all the characters into its respective uppercase characters. We have applied two uppercase function, so we are getting all the characters in its uppercase format. Our next function, which is concat, this function is applied to concatenate or to join two strings together. Now as we can see that we have declared two strings. The first one str is computer and the second one str1 is with science, and when we are concatenating the string str with str1, so we will get the output as computer science. So both the strings str and str1 will be joined together, hence our result is computer science. So let's work with one example. So here we have declared two strings str with Java and str1 with programming. Now in string P we have concatenated str with str1, and in string Q we have done just reverse of this, means we are trying to concat str with str1. So we will get two different output. In the first case we will get the output as Java programming, and in the next case we will have the output like programming Java. Now let's see the output. So this one, in the first case we are getting the output as Java programming, as we have concatenated str means Java with str1, that means programming. And in the next case we are getting programming Java, as we have here concatenate joined str1 means programming with str Java. So this is all about the different, we have discussed here different string programs, string inbuilt functions. Work with the examples. So if you like this video, then hit the like button, share it with others, and subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell icon for regular updates. Thanks for watching the video.